makeshift cutie at the truck stop knows my name. Threw the candle in the midnight oil and lit up the honky-tonk highway. I see the sun come up, cause I ain't been to bed. Gonna have my name cut into a stone when I lay my head. No rest for the wicked, at least for a few 100 miles. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet time. I'm running wild, I'm running wild. Always been a runner, never been one for settling down. Spent my life in the backwoods looking for ways out of a one-horse town. I found a 6-string ticket and jumped that westbound train. Now I only slow down long enough to stand up on that stage. Cloud 9 is a cloud of dust for the next 1,000 miles. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild. Mama, I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild. I'm running with the devil, rolling down the road, riding on the storm, living like I'm dying slow. Headlights in the fast lane is my home away from home. If there's light after this tunnel, I'm gonna be the first to know. No slowing down, no looking back, no staying for a while. I'm pedal down and right on track, I'm ready for this ride. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like Mississippi, oh mama tried. And I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild, oh, I'm running wild, I'm running wild.
It's hotter than the blacktop in July, sweating like a sinner in a church, and I just wanna get out with my crew tonight and shoot at the lights. Got a couple 40s full of hops and fun, looking for a good time, gotta live it up. Leave behind the city, hop inside my truck. No, we don't give up. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. 3, 4, hey. Looks wild, but you know we're right at home. The louder the better, cause with us anything goes. Life of the party, we're the feature of the show. You already know. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Oh tonight, yeah, let's get rowdy.
west of the river, the Mississippi mud running in my veins. And on the road is where I found freedom. And hotel rooms is where I found peace. I spent my whole life running. It's gonna be a long way home. And it's gonna take my heart and soul, my heart and soul.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. How are we doing on Friday night? Some of you guys might be Saturday already. Those of you that are wrapping up your week, hope it went well. If you're in your weekend, hope it is relaxing for you. Back here on Judith Plains. And guys, if you were here at the beginning, you get to help make some decisions. I think we might be in the last episode of 555. We are really, really close. I got on this afternoon. Oh, that's fun. The roller's just, doing whatever the roller does. Got on this afternoon, looked at some stuff, did some math, made some adjustments to the productions to try to just sort of balance some things out. But yeah, we are capable of hitting $5 million tonight. So we'll see how that goes. And there's some reasons I think that might be a good idea to do as well. All right, I think we're just gonna, yep, that's how we start stream, guys. Just right off the rip. Let her rip tater chip right into the grass. Even the K-Squad Trek cannot keep up with the Dalbo roller. Love the physics of the wet ground and you see a little bit of slope there. Trying some new things with the mic tonight. You guys know I've been working on my sound and think I have at least part of the sound issue resolved or understood. We'll put it that way. We'll see if it's resolved or not, guys. I'm going to be about done with this field in a minute if the whole outside edge is going to be this way. So let's get everybody greeted and brought in while I continue to attempt to get something done here. Muddy was first in chat. Welcome in. Hig, Lucifer, Chrissy's in the house. Zolo, good to see ya. And I think that is it. We are flying light tonight, which is good. I like it. We'll have some fun. So, the discussion tonight, guys, twofold. Number one, I think we're going to try to wrap up the series, like I said. I think we're at the point where we can do that. Okay. Guys, I'm done with this field. Have no patience for Farm Sim Physics tonight that's going to do that. So, Fast and the Furious 7 Judith Plains Drift. I think it was just Fast and Furious 3 was Tokyo Drift, but yes, I agree, Zolo. I agree. So here is, I'm going to put a poll up for you guys in just a second. Let's get this guy over here and get him mulching this field. Actually, we can't mulch this field yet because we have to go through something. So I'll put the poll up in a minute. We're going to leave this guy here all the way on the end. New mod today, the M35, guys. We've got it on Judith Plains. It's a good looking truck. Look at that thing. Little deuce and a half. Yeah, pick the top one, Higgs says. Craig family, welcome in. I've been running this truck for about 45 minutes, picking up some bales. You can see the bale stacks I've got around the edges of the field. We'll go pick it up. This is the 1600 horsepower variant of the truck. And seems like a good little truck. It seems small to me. Like the whole truck model just seems like maybe it needs to be 10% bigger. The 1600 horsepower isn't weak, but also doesn't feel substantial. So, but that could be the mud physics. The mods could be interacting. She sounds good. She gets the job done. We've got stacks and stacks and stacks of bales we're going to have to deal with. I think we're just selling all of it, so it really doesn't matter, but we will get to that. So we're going to use this truck a whole bunch tonight. This is the truck I really wanted, was something just like this for Elk River, for the Frontier Challenge series, for getting up and down the hill. Just a few weeks too late. I'll probably throw it on that game save anyways, and maybe I'll put a second big truck on that series. We'll just have to see. So that is the remainder of the bales. We have 3 full stacks here, a stack and a half back at the field, back by the yard, and then this partial trailer. So we are in good shape. It's not on its side yet napping. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. All right, let's get the mulcher going. I am continuing the field work despite the fact that tonight may be the last night for the series. Jumping into course play, field 51, we're on mulch. I don't have a course for 51. That's fine. 2 headlands, 0 rounded corners. Let's go ahead and generate the course for 51. Yeah, I remember this one. This is a weird one. We'll go ahead and start that one. Come down to mulch. Let's save this. This is going to be field 51. It is in there now. All good to go. So the poll. Here's what I'm talking about, guys. We have a bunch of stuff to sell. Bowen, welcome in. We have a whole bunch of stuff to sell tonight. All these things, plus a bunch of productions they're going to produce. So do you want to see me drive all over the map selling this stuff, which it will happen in some regard no matter what? Or should we put down a sell all near the farm so that we're not just taking, like, you know, 5 trips of whiskey down the hill and back up the hill tonight? Doesn't matter to me. We can go either way. I was thinking if we put the sell all in, maybe put it back here so we can unload stuff. We can get stuff from the farm. We can come down here and sell. It is my expectation that the sell all would be probably one of the better sell points, price point wise. So we'd be using it a lot, but there are definitely going to be some sell points that we would go to regardless. So let's get that poll up. Buchanan, welcome in. It would help if I could type. All right. Should we place a sell all near the farm? Yes or no? Get your votes in. It would just expedite some of the selling, guys. It'd be fewer trips back and forth. We had this field was barley. We got that harvested last episode. As you can see, all the bales are down there. It has been mulched. The 2 fields over here, this one that I just gave up on mulching because the mulch was all over the place, got finished this afternoon, and this one was finished when I logged back in, so we got the bales up on that too. So that is where we're at. How many naps does the truck need before I answer, buddy? The truck needs all the naps. We got a new truck too, so we got multiple trucks to nap. We can do rotational napping. You know, we can make it happen. Let me know how the mic sounds, guys. I did some recording this afternoon, and because I'm using, and I don't know all the terminology, but basically the new mic only picks up sound directly in front of it. So when I was turning my head, the mic was off to my side, and it was actually just not picking up my voice. It sounded like it was fake cutting out on you guys, but it was actually just that it wasn't in front of my face. So I have moved the mic directly in front of me, which may make me too loud. May also be fixing the problem. We will just have to see. Let's get this loaded up. You can tell the game save is just starting to struggle. All right, where's the... All right, overlaps an object. We don't care. Putting it down. All right. And then we got to do just a touch of landscaping. There we go. That'll clean that right up. All right. Excellent. I'm an ESPN freelancer. Nice. I appreciate that, Buchanan. Good information. Lone, welcome in. Good to have you. Stranger. Thank you guys for the feedback. All right, we're going to do another poll here. I got to explain some things. There's lots of splaining to do tonight. So I hope you guys aren't too tired from the week. 500,000 liters of barley in the cart. Okay, barley in both harvesters from the previous two harvests, 126,000 in here and another 127. So let's call it 750,000 liters of barley that we have between the two harvesters and the cart. I'm at FS25 Mayor. That a boy, money. I was doing the math on the productions, guys, and last episode we agreed to increase the productions without paying for it, to try to keep up a little bit. We upped everything, or most of them, to level 3. I came in, I looked at the math and looked at things like, let's take a look at where is the Yingling production right here. I had not put anything in this production for months. This is stuff from last season, guys. 365,000 liters of barley plus all the water. We were at like 120,000 liters per day at level 3, which was not going to get us done. That meant just to process what had been in there for a year, we'd have to run 3 more months to do it. So I took the productions and I bumped them all up to level 15, which is the max for level up your productions. And this one, as an example, it's 16,416 cycles per month times 12 barley per cycle. This one now does 200,000, just under 200,000 liters of barley per month. So we are still over a month to process what's in here, and I have another 750,000 liters to put in. So we have some time to burn and figure some stuff out. So I am going to start by putting the 500,000 liters in here. The other place we use barley is in the Jack Daniels facility, which we need corn and dry corn, and we don't have any additional corn coming in for 4 or 5 months, and I don't think we're going to end up needing that. So I'm thinking we put the Yingling, or all the barley we have in the cart, into the Yingling facility, and then we sell the remaining barley for profit, because we'd have to be here for, as I've said, several months, 5 to 6 months to get through it all. Even this is going to be many months worth of barley. Maybe putting the pipe out by the factory was not my best idea, but we're going to make it work by putting it back in. Yeah, would not have fit through that gap for sure. 500,000 liters of barley going in. I don't even know if we need to put the full 500 in, guys. Dreamers, welcome in. I am doing well, buddy. How are you? Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be, if we put 200 in, that's a full month. So we have 2.5 months worth of barley in there. How much does barley sell for, you ask? That's such a great question, guys. So glad you asked. Let's take a look and see what barley sells for. Currently, it is selling for, yikes, $287 Agricor Montana. That is not a great price. We're not going to make a ton of money on that. Sell Everything XL is $283, so we could just go dump it there for a couple extra bucks. So every 4,000 gets us 1,000, so that's going to be, we got $500,000. So I think we begin the big sell-off. Dreamers, you're doing well? That's awesome, man. Glad to hear it. First item going into, yeah, guys, we're drifting everything with the mud physics mod on. It is wild. First thing going into the sell-all is the remainder of our barley. Goal is to get to $5 million tonight. And we have more than $5 million worth of stuff right now, and I intend to sleep here relatively soon, which will get us even more. Muddy, I was laughing so hard when you pinged me about that new truck. I was like, "Yep, buddy, I got it, and we're gonna do it." So guys, here's another example. Upping the spin rate to level 15, which is a maximum level, gives us 41,000 cycles per month, and it uses 20 or 6 wool, and actually it's 24. So we're at like 140,000 liters of wool a month. So we're just going to get through what we built up. That doesn't account for when we come to the logistics center, and we come down here and we look at the wool. We still have another 20,000 in there. So we have a whole bunch of backlog of stuff we got to get through. Beaton, welcome in. Stranger. Great to have you, buddy. Let's go clean out those harvesters. Beaton, I liked your idea over on Farmer Flaj's Discord about the straps versus chains. I hadn't thought about that, and that is, now that you've said it, I feel as though that's the only thing I want. So thanks for ruining straps for me. Craig family, welcome in. Up to $1.2 million or 1.25. Maybe time to put the harvesters away, though. I think there's going to be barley ready again tomorrow. So we might just leave these guys out. Which is another reason to keep selling the barley, because if we're going to have more tomorrow, we still can't get through what we have, that will be a nuisance. So part of the reason I want to push and try to get 555 done is, one, Judith Plains is a map that I have enjoyed and is still one of my favorite maps, but it is just ever so gradually falling out of grace with the new farm sim updates. They're making it harder and harder for a map like this to run, and before the map dictates that it's time for us to be done, I want to wrap up the series. Number 2, 500 million? No, buddy, definitely not. I don't see too many tractors strapped down with yellow straps. I agree, Beaton. As soon as you said it, I was like, yep, because that flat deck I have on River Bottom has chain binders, and I think that's super cool. But the other thing is, I am traveling next week. So I'm leaving town this weekend and will be gone for a couple of days, which means there will be no Monday stream and no Sunday stream this week. So if we wrap up 555, that means we could make up a stream on Friday when I'm back in town. I anticipate having being back Wednesday for a stream, but as always, things are a bit dynamic. So if we wrap this series up, that just means we have better opportunity to get the other streams in next week as well, which would be things like Willow River, Members T10, and possibly another logging episode if time allows. So lots of good reasons to make our time here on Judith Plains come to a pleasant and fun end. Has been a fantastic map though, guys. Have really enjoyed this. Yeah, Beaten, that would be cool. I would think the modders would have to identify tie-down points, but that goes back to the whole like node system I think Farm Sim needs to put in. Like buildings need to have nodes so you can put expansions on them and attach other buildings to them. Vehicles should have tie-down nodes. Like there's just a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be added. Legit. Welcome in. I think it's time to start selling all this straw, guys. Had some interesting mods this week. The whatever, the emergency response DLC didn't really do much for me. But the Deuce and a Half truck looked good. There was a couple of quality of life mods. There's a new stats mod out that looked pretty good. Keeps track of some additional stuff. We've always said that you just need more data in Farm Sim. There was there's a crop pricing one that came out that looked interesting as well. There's that role play one where you can actually like interact with your neighbor farmers and like have like conversations, and they talk about their struggles and stuff. Alone, no, I have not. I don't know that I've cut down any trees on Willow. So that might be part of it. Well, you know, he did some of the field. We'll call it good enough. All right, where are we selling the straw, guys? It's not going to make us a ton of money, but no point in putting it in. Montana Hay Company. It's also 36 at the animal dealer, also 36 at the farmer's market, which is right here. Yeah, we're going to the farmer's market. Yeah, Muddy, I'm intrigued to see that. I hope it's a fantastic mod. I think it has a ton of potential. Again, another thing that could and probably should have been a base game feature. This is not the bale side, guys. They aren't going to sell here. We got to flip around. Is it me, or does the engine on this truck sound off? Are we selling the bales? Hang on, let me sell the bales, then I'll get into the throttle. I mean, it doesn't sound diesel rumbly enough for me. I don't know. Might even get to like 1.5 million selling straw here, guys. Mud physics on this map just causes everything to slide. It'd be really interesting, Muddy, I agree, because it would take some of the need for roleplay out. But I just wonder, like, how many, like, conversation trees did the modder make? You know, is it like are you gonna have the same 8 conversations with the same 8 people every time? Did they do like 60 or 70 or 80 conversation, like, you know, stories, or is it random? Does it piece itself together? Is it all sort of pre-recorded? I just wonder if it sort of gets to be one of those things where, like, it's fun the first time, and then after that, it's just sort of like, you know, you've been there, done this type of thing. Chrissy, is that the new one? I thought NPC favor mod was the old one. I thought this one was like NPC interactions or something, but I may be misremembering the name. And do you have to like the neighbors? I sure hope not, Hig, because neighbors are like horses. Except for they tend to roam around more. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to $500,000 on straw, guys. Not this little round of straw. Making like $20,000 per truckload here. And as I said, I mean, the truck pulls pretty well. It is the 1600 horsepower variant. I'd be intrigued to see, you know, what I think the next one down is like 485. I'd be intrigued to see how well that one does. Hig, put the beer down. You've had too much. And Hig, it's okay for you to like horses. It's okay. I mean, I do think less of you in private settings. But publicly, I'll support your love for horses. Ooh, we're losing it off the back. We'll push those ones on next time. Got another, what, 2 stacks to bring in? I guess our goal is to get to 1.4 million with this round. No beer yet today. It's Friday night, Hig. You feeling okay? Pitter patter. Hig might be playing bus driver tonight. You guys, like, you hear that when you let off the accelerator with the truck? I mean, that sounds like a modern truck motor. That doesn't sound like an old, like, military diesel. Let's try this. Nope, not gonna work. Making this go from bad to worse. Like, that doesn't sound like a military motor to me. And I haven't been around a lot of deuce and a halves, but none of them sounded like that, at least. Higgy Cab is here. Would that make you Huber? Higuber? All right, last stack of bales. Snow, welcome in, brother. All right, then we got to check the time-saving stock check. Make sure there's nothing else that we need to sell before we sleep. And then I think it's time to sleep, guys. Might be a couple of things that are peaking up in price. Snowman is coming through, knocking on your door. All right, what's the deal here, guys? Settle in. Got to get put on the trailer so I can sell you. $1.437 million. Another 3.5 mil to go, and we are home free from the 555 challenge. This may be the longest running series. I have to check and see. Episode wise, I think Realistic Cattle Ranch had more, but hours, this one may have taken the cake. Oh, absolutely, Buchanan. I have definitely loaded them by hand. Not doing that tonight. I earned the right to use cheaty mods. I did everything by hand with realistic capacity for the first probably 3 in-game years, maybe even 4. But once I paid off my debt, I was eligible to start using the cheats. Daniel, welcome in. Stranger. The beacon's on when you're out of the vehicle, Daniel? I'm not sure. Like, I mean, this doesn't have beacons, so this is a bad example. Here, this has got a beacon. I mean, I don't know. I'm on PC, so maybe that's different than PS5. But my beacon stays on. Wait a minute now. Daniel, I don't know specifically about PS5, but I was under the impression that, like on Xbox, I don't think you have beacons. I think you have 4-ways. And that may be different. Snow, I am doing well, brother. Hope you had a reasonable week. Soybeans are at their best price at the Country View Dairy. Let's tag it. And then we have some exciting things to actually do with this. You know what? We'll take the military truck. I wasn't going to. But the other mod that got an update today, and I was hoping we got to use a trailer, which I'm sure we would, was our dump trailer. Supposedly in the update notes, there's something about lights on the wheels. Didn't make any sense to me, but, you know, we'll see what we find. There was a note on this M35, guys, that you may need a forklift to get beds and stuff up on it. It does feel pretty tall. It is slamming into things, all the trailers, when we go to back up. So let's take a look. So here's the M35. Looks pretty good. I don't know, does the winch actually pull? That would be incredible if it did. The winch actually pulls, guys. This is your new start from scratch truck, backcountry, ladies and gentlemen. Comes with a flatbed, comes with all kinds of options. Let's take a quick look at it in the store here. So you can have the semi version, which is what I'm running, the X2 bed, which was originally 82 Studios attachable, but other people are now using it, the X3, which is extended, the flatbed, which I think is a fantastic start from scratch. If it had like a fifth wheel gooseneck hitch on it, that would be just about perfect. Box body, I don't know, that looks sort of silly to me, but no big deal. You got a tipper, which has a 3,500 liter capacity, and then back to the semi. The engines, you have the 135 M35 motor, the M35 460, which is 460 horsepower, and then the CVT 460 for the continuous variable transmission, and then you have the 1600 CVT, which is what we are running. You have standard tires, give you guys a view. And then the wide tires, of course, I went with the wide. Lots of colors. This one, the trucks are this crimson red down here on this playthrough, and obviously rims are black. That's the way it works. So there is the M35. Now, the Lizard frameless end dump, I thought this one got an update. So underglow options, bed options, wheel options. 2 sets of wheels, 3 sets of wheels. Yeah, none of this changes anything. I had the spread on here. I thought it said something about wheel lights. Maybe that's like on the top. I don't know. Side lights for underglow options, amber and white. Bed options, normal bed with grain door. That's what we've got. I don't do any side tapes, no ensilage boards, no thank you. The bed liner did appear to be something new, but, you know, there's a cover on it, so we can't see it. There we go. Let's check out the bed options as well. Bed liner, seems like we have that, and none. Oh, it actually, it's not just color. You guys see that? It's got like a lip here. So it's actually like a double-edged, protected bed liner. Now, it's interesting. It doesn't change the capacity. Okay. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. All right, we changed our underglow to green and our side lights to white and amber so we can check and see if that changed any of the colors. Let's customize that. I don't think I saw anything that it looked totally new. Okay, so looking at the lights. Okay, you have your standard. There's white with the green underglow. So it's amber as running lights and then white and green with the underglow. I don't see... I mean, those lights are technically on the wheels now. Maybe they extended them. Maybe the lights were only like under the chassis. But, oh my goodness, with the flashlight, guys. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't appear to be anything new or different than what I was expecting. But it was updated today. Who knows? Turn it down a notch. It's daytime. I don't think we even need those on. Truck pulls this nicely, that's for sure. Soybeans, let's hit it. Snow, we got to get you one of those blower trucks for the mulch. That's what I was thinking they were suggesting, Prissy. I'll have to reread the update. If you guys, if anyone's in the game and is you know, looking at the mod hub, read the update for the trailer. Gotta stop with all the ideas. Nothing will be finished for release. True, true, true. So Daniel, the realistic beacon setting has to do with the quality of the light that comes out of the beacon. It has nothing to do with whether it stays on or its controls or anything else. The non-realistic beacons don't have reflections, which they do for performance reasons. So like if I turn on, again, I don't have beacons on this vehicle. If I turn on beacons and I have on the standard base game default beacon setting, they don't reflect off the trees, off the silo, and everything around me. If I put on realistic beacons, then it flashes against all of those things as well. So that has more to do with its reflections and its hitting stuff, which affects performance, more so than anything to do with the actual functional color or light of the beacon coming off the vehicle. So I don't know if that maybe helps get you in the right spot for the answer, but that is how realistic beacons work. I do not like having my mic in front of my keyboard, guys. A plastic bed liner? Who wants plastic beaten? That sounds like junk. The old drop-in bed liner from the Ford dealership. Nah, it makes sense. Heard you can also just dump a bunch of baby oil in there and everything gets slippery too. Now on the straightaway, on the free or on the pavement, this truck's pulling pretty well for 1600. I took that corner fairly aggressively. Other trucks may have flipped over or laid down on their sides. That one, this one stayed upright, seems pretty stable. Farmers want plastic. So farmers are the reason I can't get a grocery bag anymore, Beaton. I got it. Understood. Another thing we can blame on the farmers. Yeah, guys, on the road, this thing hauls. It glides nice. It's maintaining its speed. I'm driving pretty aggressively. It's not getting pushed by the trailer. It's not sliding. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I got a weird feeling that this trailer is not going to be the best option for where we're going to drop stuff off. Combined with my driving skills. Yeah, I don't like the motor sounds, guys. Truck drives nice, looks pretty good. As I said, I think it feels like the model's maybe just a touch on the small side. But the engine sounds are no good. No bueno. Second Chance, welcome in. Good to have you.
Stranger.
It is a little skittery backing up too. Nothing crazy, but not very smooth. And we like it smooth. Well, there was a quick $516,000. Took us up to $2 million. We got $145,000 worth of wood beams to sell. We're not going to sell the liquid fertilizer. I mean, we could sell planks and everything else. Planks go to the warehouse. Long planks go to the warehouse. Regular planks go to the restaurant. The wood beams, 48 pallets of them go to the Kodiak Brewery. We could switch this thing up. Muddy coming in for 9 months. That boy, Muddy. Muddy, we just had a YouTube baby. Congratulations, you can name it. I want alimony though. Let's try something. Let's go put the flat deck on this guy, and we'll compare it to the International Workstar, which we have a flat deck on. And let's see how it does pulling the beams to the store. I can't imagine it's going to take 48 pallets of beams, but let's try this truck out a little bit. I have been toying with the idea of putting this game save on Patreon when I'm done. Might do that if I get the time. We'll have to see. Yes, sir, Buchanan. Farmstick, steering wheel, shifter, pedals, keyboard, and mouse. All of which are held in check by a complete lack of any real skill on my part. Baby fan? Love it, buddy. Love it. Oh, that's going to be crop destruction. Okay, that sign. Ooh, that sign got us, guys. That is not good. Snow, I was telling you. I wasn't telling you that. That's an inaccurate statement. Who was I talking to? I was talking to someone who had a kid who was like 15. And I was like, you just need to go landscape. Like, I got a guy. Like, you can go make cash on the weekends. Like, and like everyone else, the mom's like, oh, well, he doesn't really like to work. And I'm like, okay, well, then don't talk to me about it. I don't want to hear about it if you don't actually want to work, if you just want your kid to make money. But I had someone I was trying to get sent your way. All right, that flatbed. I mean, she ain't huge. But, let's give it a whirl. $0, guys, as well. So if you're doing a start from scratch, you can have the semi and the flatbed. We're going to pull down here and just compare it to the flatbed on the International Workstar. They look like they aren't quite the same bed, are they? They're close, though. Look at them. Let's see. So this one's actually a little shorter than the International Workstar. I got the rear bumpers just about lined up. Yeah, so this one's going to be smaller. It's all right. We'll run some stuff over to the store real quick. Then we'll switch it back and get onto the flatbed, or maybe we'll go pull it with the Ford on the old gooseneck. Yeah, Snow, unfortunately, I am... My, how do I say this? My honey-do list with leaving town Sunday morning early is massive. Guys, look at those tires when they're clean. Ooh, those look bad. Why? Do the rims not spin? Am I missing something? Okay, the front rim, you see the bolt spinning? Like right above my head? Let me get a better angle for you guys. Like right there, you see that? And then look at the back. Is it doing this side too? And that one's not centered. I mean, that's not centered. You can't see... You see how you can see the top bolts on the front tire? Gotta put out better mods, guys. Come on. Come on. Yeah, so the rear doesn't spin, the tires don't line up. I wonder if we go back to the, what am I trying to say? The regular tires. Let's get away from the wides real quick, go back to the standards. Let me just see if we can see it here. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't think the wide tires are centered here. I don't think the wide tires are centered on the rim. See the difference? Excuse me. Yeah. It's always something with the tires, guys. Always something. Hit it with a quick save. All right, the planks, are those going directly to... Long planks are going to the warehouse. Let's take those first. And the warehouse... When you go down to planks... Oh, we messed that one up. Yeah, the rear rim's not spinning. It's gonna bother me. Interesting choice on how we loaded those. This is gonna take several trips, guys. All right, she feels a bit top heavy with this load, which is not surprising. That's not a negative on the truck. That's the way it should be when it's loaded this high. But it did feel incredibly stable. Okay, we're not steering very well. Are the valve stems moving on the rears? Are those the valve stems, Snow? Is that what those are that are actually turning? Or are those wheel weights? But yes, I do see what you're talking about. Boop. 15 grand. The last new truck we brought on 555 to show off, the was it the F100, the old school Ford, where one side the rim color didn't change. But hey, you know, they're Mod Hub mods. They went through rigorous testing and quality control. And Muddy, don't get me wrong, it's a cool truck. I agree with you. I just wish there wasn't stuff like that going on with it. This will probably get us, let's see, 2.05 mil. We'll be done with this. We will not be selling the rest of the wood with the flatbed if that's as much as it takes. We don't have all night to make 4,700 trips to and from sell points. Just wanted to check out the flat deck. Yeah, now all I can see is the rear rim's not spinning. Hello! Welcome in, brother.
Howdy, stranger.
It is a good, I mean, it drives good. You know what? Let's do this. I want to try something here real quick. What does the what does just the 460 horsepower motor feel like driving? Because that's a 1600 and it's moving. It, you know, it feels good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It gets the job done. Oh, that sounds so much better. Oh no, it did at the low end and then it didn't. Yeah, the motor noise too. Yeah. Not my favorite. Ooh, Ooh, she got bogged down as soon as we hit the mud. Tires look good in the mud, though. I know the military trucks were sort of all painted one color, but like there just needs to be like, I don't know, a little trim, a little something. The headlight ring shouldn't be the same color. Seems like a very, very simple. All right, we're going down to the standard motor just for a minute to try that. And then we're going to go to the semi. Just trying all the things out. Now the idle sounds fantastic, guys. You hear that? Oh, Muddy, never donate anything because I say so. I'm critical about everything. Uncle Tony Tutos, welcome in. Tony, this new M35 Deuce and a half needs your love. It's just not living up to its potential. It's like me in high school. Now this flat deck trailer loads. Look at this thing. This thing's fantastic. I love the way this one loads. Gotta swing it in a little bit and get closer. That is pedal to the floor. Now guys, this is a heavy load. So far I prefer this engine noise to the other one. But yeah, again, in forward gear, it's still not great. So this is the 135 horsepower engine. That is, again, pedal to the floor, behaving like you would expect. Has a little bit of torque, not taken off the line because it doesn't have too much power to get up to speed beyond the initial line. So the motors feel good. The motors feel different. You can definitely tell the performance difference. I would run the 1600 just for the sake of ease. But absolutely, all viable options. Whoa, the strap lag is bad. Wood beams, all done. Where are we taking the wood beams, folks? Wood beams, $3,000 to the Kodiak Brewery. Where else are they a good price? What about the sell all? Yeah, we're losing $6 grand, $3 grand, $4 grand in there, so we'll go. Oh, I agree, Muddy. The rears look good. All right, hammer down. That's hammer down with the 135 horsepower motor. This would be a good start from scratch. You'd have to struggle a little bit pulling some loads. Like the pedal's down, guys. I have not lifted. How is she doing the corners? Not lifting. This truck is super stable. I will tell you that. They got the center of gravity right. I mean, it's probably not accurate, but it does drive nice. So yeah, fully loaded with the 135 horsepower engine, we're at 22 miles an hour. We are going up a slight hill. I have not lifted yet. This is hammer down, 100%. Still down all the way through the corner. No tip. Okay. We're up to 26. So this would definitely be a good start from scratch. You could upgrade the motor when you get more money. The winch works. We tested that. Headlights. That should be bright. So there's only one headlight function, which is okay. It's a military truck. It's not a problem. Do a quick interior. I mean, minus some sort of billet shifter there. The dash looks good. A digital gauge? I don't think so, guys. It's got a couple weird things in here. This truck could be fantastic with some IC controls, a better motor sound, fix up the rims and the tires. The placards? Do I have lean on in here? I do. Servicing data, wheel nut torque, tire pressure. That's pretty cool, but what is this variable tire pressure? Is that what this is? CTIS system, emergency, cross country, power on off, terrain mobilizer 101D is what this thing is above the steering wheel. And like I said, this billet shifter here doesn't look right either. But the placards sure look cool. Fuel shutoff system with an IC control would be amazing. Yeah, Lowe's like, don't test him, he'll crash it. Look, I gave all my trucks naps this afternoon so they didn't have to sleep on stream. Tucked them in with their little binkies. Read them a bedtime story. Told them we had a big night ahead of us. We got to get to $5 million. We will be taking this thing back to 1,600 horsepower. Because why wouldn't you? Oh, we're going to the Kodiak Brewery. I still have the Country View Dairy marked. It's all right because they're next to each other. I believe we've had that one, Muddy, on Yukon. But thank you for the suggestion. Oh, strap it back. Strap it back up, guys. Suddenly the trailer's not happy with being loaded. All right, now we're going to be back into this poor lady's house. We're definitely going to lose some of these off the side. There's just no way. Yep, there's one we lost off the side. Can we get everything to swing over a little bit? Let's see. Well, that's not good. Just ripped my other mic right off the stand trying to get my headphones moved. There we go. That's better. Nothing like the last episode, just making sure we get one more load to the Kodiak Brewery with this massive trailer. Can we just kick it over? Can we get it enough to... Yep, that's what we wanted to do. Figured it out, guys. Almost $4,000 per pallet. That's not half bad. Sell these ones underneath the trailer. Sell these ones on top of the trailer. Move the trailer around a whole bunch. You can tell when it's time to be done on a map when you've fought the same sell points enough times that this is how you unload. 2.3 million. Almost halfway there, folks. Cowboy, welcome
Howdy,
in.
stranger.
Purple Rocks, welcome
Howdy,
in.
stranger.
It's a cowboy raid. Cowboy, what were we playing tonight, bud? Was it a SnowRunner Season 18 multiplayer? Was it some Farm Sim 22? Something else? What did we get up to tonight? Cowboy, hope you're feeling good, brother. Oh, Muddy, we're making 5 mil in one night. I'm going to be called a cheater no matter what. So I'm leaning into it. Haven't even started selling the equipment at the dealership yet. FS22, what map were you on there, cowboy? Streamer magic. See, Beaton knows. It's all about the marketing. It's about how you package it. It's not cheating. It's streamer magic. Doing good, cowboy? Good to hear, brother. Good to hear. All right, I think we sleep. Let's check our fields. Let's check our productions. But sleeping and getting things produced is going to make us the most money. And let's get this M35 back up to 1,600 horsepower because the anemic... I mean, we're going 50 at 135 horse right now. I mean, that ain't bad. That's nothing to shake a stick at. Okay, we're going to avoid going into our own sunflowers again. That was a wild turn of events. On the left, you'll see where one road sign put us into our field 45 feet. Right there. It's a weird one, to be honest. Savig, welcome in. Yes, I suspect it is. That's sort of the plan. That's what we're aiming for. We're going to make the 5 mil. I think we're going to make it tonight. So we're just sort of getting through stuff. Otherwise, we end up dragging this out and being here for another year, and it's the same money. All right. So we've tried pretty much all the options we're going to try on this one tonight. The verdict on the truck, I think it's a good truck. I think that paint job looks pretty good, particularly with some dirt on it. I would like to see maybe some, ID stenciling on the door. Maybe some louvers on the hood, some venting. It just feels a little bit simplistic. Your jerry can shouldn't be painted identical to your truck. Like, obviously, that would be worn differently and be a slightly different shade, or this one could be green, that could be tan. But yeah, I mean, it's good. There's some janky stuff going on with the rear hubs not spinning. The motors work good. I don't particularly like the sound. The flapper looks great. It's a good truck. It's a good truck. Could it have used 5 more minutes in the oven? Probably. But other than that, yeah, guys, I think this is a great little truck. Absolutely check out the M35. It is on Mod Hub. It should be, I imagine it's cross-play compatible. I can't imagine it's not. Did I upgrade the engine on this thing again? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, quick check of the fields, and then we're sleeping. Lucifer, FSG mod assistant, as Beaton has said. That is it. And that, to be clear, FSG mod assistant and the Farm Sim guys mod thing are two different things. FSG mod assistant is a mod organizer. What FSG, the Farm Sim guy, has put out is also very cool, slightly different, does some different things. Oh man, guys, we got whiskey that's going to be good. What is June? What are we in? I think we're going to have to risk losing a little money on the whiskey. There's only 21 pallets, and we're going to have a bunch more in the morning. I mean, look at all the stuff we could sell, guys. It's all right. It's okay. We'll make it. Going to 9:30. I'm wondering if the map is starting to break. If we don't have wool this morning, which is part of the reason I parked here, then we're definitely, something's broken. So with Ritters, you should not get wool if the overnight temperature goes below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Somebody who does Celsius and kilometers is going to have to translate that for anyone else who needs it. I don't do that. But we haven't had wool in months. And yeah, so this is part of the reason we're wrapping it up. Like, it's 53 degrees, the low is 47. Like, we're just not getting wool anymore. 3.8 million. If you want to know why, I'll tell you why. Because we upped the BGA. Where's the old BGA? And let me find it. Here it is. We burned through, I think 700,000 liters of manure. We still have silage going in, still have slurry going in. We have had the BGA backlogged. We've been waiting on it and waiting on it and waiting on it. So we got that done overnight, and all the stuff that had been in there for over a year finally sold. So there we go. Raul, welcome in.
Howdy, stranger.
Second chance, are you stating or are you asking? If you're stating, you're correct. If you're asking, the answer is yes. You know, and you know, I don't blame the modder. It's nothing against the modder. I get it. Life happens. I would love to have this map updated. It would be just a fantastic ongoing map. The modder is not completely stating. Okay. I just want to be clear. Second chance, you are correct. He's not completely gone because Willow River is based on this map, and he gave his permission to the guy who everyone always has to remind me his name, who did Willow River, because it is basically the you know, the undertones of this map is what Willow River's built on. So he's around. He's just not updating it all. He also has several other maps that I'd like him to come out with and transfer over. So I'd love to have him back, but the map's just starting to linger. This is why we moved the 1010, the T10 challenge off of this series, or off of this map. We just were having too many little hiccups that were starting to add up. So we decided this wasn't worth it. All right, yeah, I mean, guys, here we go. $276,000 worth of whiskey. Let's go ahead and get that that loaded up as well. Let's take the whiskey in Tony's truck. Uncle Tony Tutos. His T800. Texas Weeds, welcome in, brother. Thanks for the sub. I usually get these alerts about 5 minutes late, so I'm sure it isn't a new sub, but I'm just hearing about it, so thank you. Appreciate the support. Glad to have you. Rod is in the house.
Howdy, stranger.
Rod, I was talking about you on River Bottom today when I recorded. I was talking about you and the fire chicken. Have to watch out. That should be episode 11 when it comes out. I think it comes out in a couple days. All right, let's pop the whiskey out here, guys. And let's see how we're doing. So see, I mean, whiskey, Jack Daniels, which we've added nothing to in 6 or 8 months. Look how full it is. Still 145, 206, 166, a million liters of water. The Rocky Mountain ethanol plant, I just dumped the propane in there. I took out like $100,000 to pay for it. We're not going to go through 900,000, but I don't want to go back and forth because the propane's broken, and I wanted it to run through this stuff. So again, this one's full, and then Yingling, we put in some stuff, and again, 400,000 liters of barley in here. So we are absolutely just stacked with stuff, and all the productions are at level 15 now. So whiskey, get that stored. Got to get in position here. You know, guys, as much as I love Tony's T800, the reefer with my logo on it might be just a tiny half step higher up on my favorites list, because Tony did this reefer for me. There was no reefer in Farm Sim, period. There was none. There wasn't one. In 25, it hadn't happened, anything. So, and it just, the model looks so good. I mean, look at the actual cooler unit, Thermo King, all the lights, super sharp. All right, why are we not loading though? What do we do here now, guys? Speaking of the map going south, pallet mode enabled. That's fantastic. Why don't you load? Because you want to load clothes. Why do you want to load clothes when there's whiskey sitting next to you? Can we ask that question? Eric, welcome in.
Howdy, stranger.
Eric, I just feel like we should change your name to Workin' Man. Does no compute. Oh, I know what you were saying, Lo. Loading up the whiskey. Where are we taking the whiskey? There's a question. Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. The Moccasin General Store. 2427. Yeah, I mean, that's really... We put the sell all in, guys, and it has not been the best place, so... That's A-okay by me. How much whiskey are we expecting? 114 pallets, guys. Okay. All right. Excellent. That seems like a lot of whiskey. I don't think Hig got his cut yet. Other little things you can see on this map where you can tell it's starting to go. Like that lagging is every time it restraps, the whole map freezes. And that's not the reefer, that's all the trailers. And we're off this way. So if you guys are just joining, we're on 555 tonight. Judith Plains, probably my longest running series. May not be beating the original Cattle Ranch series, but it is a close second if it isn't. We had to make $5 million. Well, we had to get out of $5 million worth of debt. We had to make $5 million. We had to own 5 productions, and we had to own 500 acres. We own 500 acres. We own 5 productions. We are going to have $5 million in the bank tonight, which will be wrapping up the series. This one is coming to an end. I am going to be traveling and bring it to my house after tomorrow. Sure thing, Snow. I'll drop off a pallet. It'll fall off the back for you, brother. I'll be wrapping up this series, and one of the reasons we're wrapping it up tonight specifically is because I'm going to be traveling this week, and which means no stream Sunday, no stream Monday. And if we finish this one up, that means Friday next week we can do a makeup stream of either Willow River, T10, BP logging, whatever it is that we want to do. So most likely I will be putting out, I will be putting out the schedule for the week here probably tomorrow, but most likely it'll be a stream Wednesday and a stream Friday next week. I don't know if I'll be streaming Sunday the following week either, because it is 4th of July weekend. We'll have to see how all of that happens. I think Farm Sim broke again, guys. Look at that. Chrissy was asking me about this. I have not had the tires going into the ground thing. But those tires most certainly are in the ground, which is making this a bit challenging to drive. Huh. I have not had that problem yet, so I told Chrissy I didn't have it, and now I do. So there we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm going 7, guys. Does it work better on the grass? I mean, and it's the trailer, because look, the truck's not in the ground. Is it just the trailer? Let's try something. Is it related to the weight? We'll find out. I think it's weight related, guys. Yeah, Civic, that's miserable. Okay, so the tires are still above grade. We can still see them there. Brad, welcome in.
Howdy, stranger.
Uncle Tony Two Toes. Okay, we unloaded, reloaded, and we're flying. I wonder if it has something to do with using the pallet loading, like the auto load function, versus loading it that way. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No napping. Nope, and now we're right back in the ground. We had it for a second. Nope, we're back up. Turn it off and turn it back on again, Beaton says. Beaton, I was going to get the BFH, but if you think that'll work, I'll try that too. Ground pressure at its finest. Yes, sir. Brad, what is the next big farming series? Brad, we've been talking about that, and I'm thinking... So here's a big answer for you, Brad. The next 60 days are going to be pretty rough for me. Like 60 to 90 are going to be pretty rough. So I'm probably going to scale back content just a little bit to make sure I can deliver. I'll probably go to 3 live streams a week. My goal is to keep, well, that's not in the ground, that's bouncing in the air, but now it's back in the ground. My goal is to keep the 3 series going as well, or the 3 pre-recorded videos. So what I'm thinking, and I've been talking to some of the guys in the community about, guys like Low, like Muddy. I don't want to leave anybody out, so if I missed you guys in this conversation, please don't feel excluded. I'm talking about doing a couple of challenge series. Like, put together a challenge that multiple streamers, content creators, or you guys at home who play at home can do. And it would be like a 10 or 15 episode series. It wouldn't be like this. It wouldn't be a huge challenge with all this building and everything else. It might be like, you know, start with a pickup truck, start with a chainsaw on this map, and you have to make $1 million. You know, and it's just like everyone, and there'll be more rules than that, but, you know, like everyone can do it and everyone can play along and post pictures, and other streamers can do it on stream. They can do it as pre-recorded content. So we're talking about doing, or I'm talking about doing some mini series. So things that would be 10 to 15 episodes that would be playable for other people. I don't have any plans for another big series right now because I don't want to start something that in the next 60 to 90 days that I can't give the right amount of time to, and I can't get the right quality behind. I'm already feeling a little rushed putting out the episodes, and like I can't quite get exactly what I want in each episode. This week's been particularly bad, and it'll be better in the next couple weeks, but this week was a real challenge. So that's a long answer to a short question. But I think that we'll do some short challenge style series for a couple of weeks, couple of months, and sort of go back and forth with filling in. You know, right now I'm doing 3 episodes a week, and I'm doing 2 Elk River and 1 River Bottom, or 2 River Bottom and 1 Elk River, depending on the week. So I'm not, you know, the series are still, you're still getting 3 recorded videos a week. It's just a matter of, you know, which ones you're getting. And then I don't know if that challenge series will be live or recorded, or a combination thereof. Maybe the first one will be live, maybe the second one will be recorded. You know, who knows? But I'm looking at that type of thing. I want to do some shorter playthroughs with some really specific, you know, goals and challenges that you just sort of burn through, get done, and move on. I look at things like Zorch's 1 tile challenge. That's probably too big of a playthrough for what I'm looking for. But that type of thing where, you know, Zorch's 1 tile challenge, I don't know, 40, 50 people did it. Content creators, the whole 9 yards. So that was a really cool thing to see, and I'd like to try to get something like that going as well. So, Brad, hopefully that answered your question. Buchanan, will I get the new GTA? No, I will not get the new GTA. Mainly because for the money, I won't play it. Like, I just won't get my money's worth out of it. There are too many games that I want to play that I can't even get to now. And GTA just is far enough down the list, it doesn't interest me. Andrew, welcome in.
Stranger.
$4.18 million, guys, on our way to $5 million tonight. Getting some stuff done. Let's get the mowing started so we can continue our silage production, and we'll keep going from there. But most of these fields are planted. We're in pretty good shape overall. I did check. We have like 1.5 or $1.3 million in cows. We have $250,000 in water buffalo. We got $400,000 in sheep and goats. I mean, we have so much stuff we could be selling or, you know, doing stuff with to make money that we are not even, it's not going to be a struggle to get to 5 million, as you guys are seeing. But going back to your question, Brad, I started a new channel in Discord called BP Challenges, and that's where some people have thrown some ideas. As I said, this week has been not a good one for me. So I haven't had a chance to really respond, but, you know, just some ideas and stuff that I might incorporate or do stuff with. So if you're interested in participating or throwing some ideas out there or something of that nature, that channel over in Discord, and for anyone else who needs it, there is the Discord link. Go check it out. Really, Tony? Tony, I believe you. Why is that? Can you explain to me why stopping fixes that? We're not on field 60. We're on field 49. Let her rip, tater chip. See you, bye. And Tony, for the record, I've never had that problem with any trailers, yours or anyone else's, until tonight. So obviously not a trailer thing. All right, let's see. Let's turn the Kenworth. Let's turn the T800 off. What should we sell next? You know, we did the big poll at the beginning about putting down the sell all, and we've put almost nothing in it. Thought it was going to be a big time saver. Has made almost no difference. Planks going to the restaurant. Okay. Planks to the restaurant, and then I do think we sell the beer. It's gonna be good in October, but we won't make it to October. Interesting, Chrissy. I learned something new tonight. Like I said, I believe you guys. I'm just curious as to why that might be. If you guys missed the first hour of the stream, we did a pretty in-depth review of this M35. Great little truck. Needs a little bit more time with the modder. Certainly could be cleaned up a bit, but a very, very cool truck nonetheless. So definitely check it out if you're looking for something. I could see this being a great, start from scratch, backwoods type truck. Could really be a very cool thing. All right, planks. Dak, welcome in. So far, the feedback on the new mic positioning has been positive. There's been no feedback that it's cutting out again. So I do think, and you guys tell me that the mic cutting out last stream was just the positioning of it, because it's a new mic for me. So it is now straight in front of my face, which seems to be working better. Okay, Chrissy and Tony, I see both of your comments, and yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the mud physics mod seems to be like way OP right now too. I mean, if you were here at the beginning, that mulcher was sliding all over the field at 4 miles an hour. It was just, it was uncontrollable. So yeah, not surprised. Didn't notice any cutting? Perfect. As I've said, I would pay a sound engineer to come in and set up my sound. I do not enjoy doing the sound thing. Field 66 is going to be 3 out of 4. That's grass we planted last time. This is a barley field we planted late. That's the baler ready to bale up over there. Is this really ready? Oh, it's corn, not that it's ready. Okay, got it. I was like, wait a second, guys. Got a bunch of things in this top corner field. What do we have growing here? Oats ready for harvest. Yep, oats ready for harvest. And then it looks like it seems to think 83 and 69 are ready, but they're going to be, okay, they're 100%. And there's the oat. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this thing. Let's take a guy up there and let's talk to a man about some oats. Tony, you saying tonight or last stream? Dak, that is quite a combination of foods. Let's go harvest the oats. I think we'll probably put the oat into the flour mill. I mean, there's no real purpose. We won't get to it, but doesn't make sense to sell it either. Good to know, Tony. $379 modified into a boat with a hot tub. Okay. That sounds like a good time to me, Dak. Come on, little header trailer. You can behave. You can do it. I believe in you. Get this guy started. Go sell the planks. We are closing in on our $5 million mark. Should check our silage production. We had a huge amount of clover, alfalfa, and grass in there. And since we upped it, it should be processing more of it as well. Are we connected anymore? Is there anything physically connecting these two items, or is it just all in the alfalfa here? May as well be straw spreading. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Give me alt 0. There we are. And let's get this guy set up. 2 headlands, 0 rounded corners. Works for me. Done and done. Gotcha, Brad. Glad it works. Go back to our M35. Are we just? Are there just two pallets of planks down there that we're not actually going to leave? Ooh, why is that set to selling? Planks long sold overnight. That was not good. Well, we made money either way. We're not going to be hurting for money. Just put that up top. And I believe, if I remember correctly, the planks are going to the restaurant. Let's see. Planks. Going to the restaurant. 126 pallets of them. We only have 122. Are there more in here? Nope. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. Caught on something. It's not steering. See if it got strapped in or something. Or maybe the game just doesn't like how heavy I've made all my trailers. It's steering again. We're good. Interesting, Tony. There she is. A truck taking a nap. And this is not the first time on that specific corner we've had that issue either. Yeah, it's not really... See the wheels turned hard left? I mean, that's all the way left, guys. It's unhappy about something. Nap. Wake up, it's time for work. Yeah, we are definitely... What is it strapped? Like, is it just, is the strap hitting the truck or something? Yeah, it's not steering well. Something's clipping. Which is perfect because we never have any issues on the bridges. So this is the perfect time to have an issue. Could be. Could be. I agree, Dak. I retract my previous statement about uncrashable. Beaton, we all knew you'd be taking it back at some point tonight. Okay, we're turning right. We're turning right. Yeah, it's definitely... We're definitely either overloaded and or strapped into something. Something's colliding. This bridge has never been a problem. Could end up right in the water with all of these planks. Hey, the truck got tired. You know, trucks need naps too. We're gonna have to slow way down. Oh, the brakes are soft with this much weight. Okay, that's fully turned. That's the wheel fully turned and not making the turn. I think the front wheels are off the ground. I think Dak's right. I think the front wheels are just not on the ground. I may have to start selling at the warehouse, sell all their money. I mean, but then you guys wouldn't get to see the truck take a nap, so, you know, there'd be content that could be missed. Yep, steering. Nope. Just another truck taking a nap. Oh, and we're gonna take a nap on this side now. Okay. If you're familiar with the Samuel L. Jackson Good Night story, that's about where I'm at with it. We've seen plenty of naps on Judith planes. You know, I like my trucks well rested. Despite what the boys say, I'm a nice boss. Okay, this is definitely gonna tip. I know that story by heart. Then you know, Dak. If you know, you know. Well, there's 3, Andrew. I guess technically 4 if the one that went from one side to the other. What, where are you going? What are you doing? Until you make the mayor work in his pimp suit. Hey, you know, the mayor shows up to work in a suit, that's on him. Just gonna scrape off the paint a little bit here. Do a little bit of light sanding. And you can do it, little truck. I believe in you. I'm not even touching it. It is insistent on sliding down this way. We might legitimately have to carry this thing to the sell point. Okay, you want to play games? You want to play games? There. How about that? We'll sell half of your stuff while you're upside down. It's like a kid having a temper tantrum. All right, all back. With 4 mil in the banking park, like he wants. I'm just trying to get this stuff sold. This is like, how many trips over the sell point does it take? And I still got to go pick up the rest. Yeah, it's all starting to go sideways here. All right. And great news, there's still pallets over there we get to go pick up and sell. What could possibly go wrong? I think I'm going to take Muddy's advice and just going to sell everything at the sell-all. Because this was, you know, more adventure than I was ready for. All right, 4.425. Just over half a mil away from our $5 million goal. Dak, yay, more pallets. Yay, more driving. They disappeared completely. That's fair, Muddy, and accurate. The truck was just sliding down that hill. It was just you know, no matter what. I mean, to like Chrissy and Tony's point earlier, like the physics and the friction on the ground has changed. Something's not the same. The truck should not be sliding and accelerating downhill like that from a standstill. Like if I'm at this speed and I tip over, yeah, it's going to slide quite a bit. But that truck was resting on its side and I flipped it over and then it slid 100 feet down the hill. That's just not how that should work. Easy. Stay in the middle. $99 miles an hour, 1,600 horsepower. The M35 gets it done. She does turn better when empty. She's responsive when empty, Dak. And we took a pretty big load on this trailer. Or maybe it was bales. Maybe it wasn't that heavy. So we've used this truck and this trailer a couple of times already this stream and didn't have any issues with it. So who knows? We'll just go to the sell-all. We got more than enough stuff to sell. Haven't even started selling the animals, the equipment. All right, let's see what's next. All righty. $200,000 in beer. That seems like it's worth selling. And $424,000 in clothes. Okay. That's only 51 pallets. We'll get the clothes loaded up. Yeah, Dak, it feels almost like a combination of, yes, the front wheels aren't on the ground, but then it like snaps, like something is releasing, which leads me to believe that's like either it's catching or the straps are binding to the frame. Or maybe, you know, maybe the rims are spinning finally, you know, because the rear rims don't spin. So, you know, who knows? And we're going to come on in here and let's find, man, guys, I cannot keep track of the logistics. Clothing, which we cranked way up. We were so far behind on clothing. Ooh, can you slide the fifth wheel hitch back? That's an interesting idea, Muddy. I hadn't even thought about that. Let's see. Let's get on the truck. Raise crane arm. I would say no. I don't know what that's doing. No, I don't think the fifth wheel is adjustable, which is sad because that would make a big difference. Didn't we have 54,000 liters? 51? Of clothes? Oh, there's at least one over here. Hiding that didn't get picked up. Oh, we're backing into it, so it's catching and re-releasing them. Love that for us. It is, yep. We are starting to act strangely. Let's get everything sold. Yeah, I agree. Those are definitely adjustable plates. That's for an adjustable plate under there. Yep, I see the teeth. Exactly what you guys are talking about. But as we are just going around the corner to the sell all, it is irrelevant. $1,600 horsepower, does not care. $504,000 in close takes us to 4.9 million, guys. We are one sale away from the $5 million mark. Sort of a sad day. I like the T5 challenge. We've talked about making the T5 challenge a long-term playthrough, meaning we would do T5 on a different map. You know, like when Alma 4X comes out, we could do T5, maybe adjust the rules a little bit, and do it again there, do it as a live series. But T5 on Judith Plains is in its final moments here. This is not going to do what I want it to do. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, still the best Jake break in Farm Sim. I would love to see more medium-duty trucks in Farm Sim. Like the C7500, trucks like that. I'd love to see more of those. Maybe use WD-40 to work. Marshmallows left over from camping, beaten, and you're not offering to share. That's rude. You guys see the rear tire is not touching the ground either now. See that? How it's up in the air? Something's all goofy. Something's goofy. All right, we said we were going to sell the beer, right? 199,000. Let's head in here. We just sold the clothes. Let's get the back to distributing. The beer. Yingling coming in. Why aren't we loading? Just decided to stop? Okay. You know, these things happen. How much Yingling are we expecting? 127 pallets. 28 doesn't seem like enough. Yeah, like auto load's not working correctly. It stopped again. Your loader guy was drinking it. Got an F750. I'd love to have access to that, Tony. When it's ready, of course. Now universal auto load's broken. Love when a plan comes together. $118 plus whatever this is, I imagine, is what we need. These last two bit little guys here, don't mind them. Turn, little truck, turn. All right, guys, it's difficult to tell if the truck is a problem, if the ground physics issue is an issue or problem, or what's going on, or if the truck and trailer combo is just unhappy. But it is interesting that the truck is struggling so much. And there she is, 5.178 mil, and we still have a whole bunch more stuff to sell. So that is the 555 challenge, guys. 5 million in the bank, 500 acres. You guys can see, I'll pull it up here in 1 sec when I'm stopped. We didn't sell any fields, still own all 500 acres and at least 5 productions. So let's see. Let's check our fields. My farmland, all of this, the 4-pack up here, minus 68. Remember, we sold 68 because it was 21.26, actually a little less than that, the farmable, arable land. And we bought 66 because it was 21.42, but it was more field acreage by like 0.6 when we needed like 0.07. So that took us to the 500. As far as productions go, I mean, we own the dairy plant. Let's see, on map, Jack Daniels, Baker's, oil, ethanol, spinnery, Yingling. So we own 6 on the map, plus a bunch that we had to put down. The dairy put down when the old one didn't work. And that's it. That is how we run that one. The 555 challenge has been complete. It was a wild ride getting here, a lot of fun. We're going to keep the 555 series idea alive, like I was just saying, and bring that back in a different form. This is best played on a 4X map. It's hard to get 500 acres without owning almost all the map on a standard size map. So you really need a 4X map to get it done. And it's got to be a good 4X. You know, a boring flat 4X probably isn't going to do it. I'm excited to see what Alma comes out with and what they do there. I don't have a timeline on that. If anyone has any insight into the timeline for Alma, I would love to drop me a DM or something. But, you know, we'll figure out that when it happens. Get the Jack Daniels cases open to celebrate. I agree, Muddy. We have our sheep, which are no longer producing wool. We have all of our plows. There was a couple comments in Discord earlier about people wanting a couple of productions. All my mods are on my mod list, which are over in Discord. This is a base game TMR mixer, or a base a mod hub mod, a nice easy one. This is the lime mill. I modified this one. It works quite well. I just upped the capacity a bit, but we have tons of stuff. The corn dryer, the trucks, the Jeep, the International, all the big things. We got our grass cut. Back here, I added a huge portion of the yard. So we changed up the fencing back here. And then this whole area back here was actually in a ravine. So we brought it up, we leveled it, we added it. We have another like $100,000 worth of soybean and corn stalk bales in here. We've got some equipment, the racks. We have our slurry material. Working in, it took me a long time to get this manure heap where I wanted it and where it worked. We got auto drive set up. One really nice thing about Judith Plains is you can modify the animal pasture fences. It doesn't change the actual pasture or anything, but like I put this gate in here and I put the gate in here so that our milk truck and our slurry truck and can get in there and get the stuff. So all kinds of cool stuff in there. But that's a pretty wild challenge to have completed. Man, guys, I forgot about the Nemesis. One of my favorite in-game tractors. If you have the DLC, the Plains and Prairies, the Nemesis is a great tractor. The other versatile stuff, not so great, but that one is particularly nice. And then we have our Beast 6x6 in here as well. Let me get caught up on chat here for 1 minute. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, Chrissy. Please stop improving the game. No more updates. FS28. As discussed previously, Chrissy, we may not go to FS28. We may say at 25. Andrew, how about a 60nex map? Andrew, we've talked about that, and 60nex maps they're trouble. I'm not sure that I would be confident I could have played this long on a 60nex map. They are a challenge. We'll leave it at that. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this one. A quick update just to get everyone on the same page. I'm gone this weekend into early next week, so there'll be no stream Sunday, which was never scheduled. There'll be no stream Monday because I'll still be out of town. I expect to be back in time for Wednesday's stream. I don't foresee any issues there, so we'll stream Wednesday and Friday next week. I'm going to be looking at the July 4th weekend timeline to see if we're going to do one on Sunday or not. Over the next 60 to 90 days, my schedule is going to be changing a bit, and I've got a bunch of stuff going on, so the lives may go down to 2 or 3 a week just for a couple of months to sort of get through the transition period. I am hoping and expecting that the recorded content will continue with 3 episodes a week. I don't think that's going to be a problem as long as I can get ahead a little bit, which I've been working on this week. So I will keep everybody updated, but there will be a few less live streams, particularly over the next week, but moving forward for a couple months until I get settled in the new place and everything else. So that's the 555 challenge. We'll bring back some more later. If you want to get in on what might be next, check out the BP challenge channel over in Discord. Throw your ideas in there. I am looking for things that are 10 to 15 episodes. Everyone can do, could be crossplay compatible, nothing super complicated. This was not super complicated, but it was way more than 5 to 10 episodes or 10 to 15 episodes. So I want to do a couple of short series and maybe have some opportunity for other people to play along, other content creators to do the same challenge, so you can see 2 or 3 different versions of how to attack the same problem challenge scenarios. I think that'd be sort of fun to try for a little bit, and it would give us a chance to do a couple of different things over some time here pretty soon, which would be nice not to be doing the same thing for 9 or 10 months. I mean, I think 555 is probably... 555 might be a year old at this point, guys. It is a long-lived series. So anyways, a bit of a shorter stream tonight, but we hit the goal. We got it done. 5 million in the bank, 500 acres owned, and 5 productions in our portfolio. So thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate everybody. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos. Channel memberships are available if you'd like to support my content further, and channel members do get early access to upcoming videos, access to the members server, and access to the members live stream, which remember we moved from Judith Smooth Plains to Stevie's Ringwood 4X. We're having a lot of fun over there. If you're on PC, we need more people to come play, so look for that schedule next week. And if we are on T10 and you are a member on PC, please join. It is a blast, but we need bodies on that one. So, guys who have been here from the first episode of T5 to the last one, thank you for all the support. This was an incredible series and a lot of fun. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next one.